Back with more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is episode 2 of season 6, and I'm really excited to carry on with the season, get back into the swing of things. The premiere last week was great, absolutely loved it. A reintroduction to all these characters, this new situation, stuff like that. Lots of new characters being introduced as well as new villains, new mysteries, obviously, with this whole going on with fake Coulson and his gang of misfits. Popular theories that it's Coulson from an alternate universe, and right now that's the one I'd be most inclined to believe, but hopefully we'll get a bit more information about that in this episode. And I also hope we get a lot of focus on Fitz, because obviously the end of the last episode was kind of nuts, because he's doing some crazy shit with his eyes and I don't even know what's going on there, but he's my favourite, not just on the show but my favourite character of all time, so I am so excited to see what's going on with him and with Enoch as well, because I love that going back to save this Fitz means that Enoch can be brought back too. And I don't know if we could also deal with the consequences of Gemma's actions in the last episode, kind of locking in the coordinates, going against the majority of the group to continue to search for Fitz instead of going home. So I'm looking forward to seeing if these tensions are going to rise, because it seems like so far this season, the end of season 5, they were kind of all at odds with each other, and they were kind of not a team and separated in terms of where they stood on certain things and the arguments and stuff, whereas this season they've kind of been separated by physical means because they're in different places. So yeah, I'm really excited to carry on, see what's going to happen. Quick note, just in case I look different or come across different in the reaction, if you've seen other videos that I've done, I feel awful. The last hour or so just hit me, I just feel really sick, and I couldn't get to sleep. I was actually going to go to bed and record this in the morning, but I just couldn't sleep, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to film it. So yeah, apologies if I come across a bit throughout this, but I'm going to power through, and it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, so I'm sure it'll kind of make me feel better. Unless they kill Fitz again, of course, then I will lose it and throw my iPad out the window. So yeah, very, very excited to carry on with the season, see what's going to happen next. So let's get into it. Oh my god. No! Imposter.
People fantasize about doing something dramatic in times like these. You don't look like a hero to me.
Oh, you used to, buddy.
Fox told me he wanted to join S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, he did die. Fuck. It's my favourite new person.
Do you not believe me?
But if you say you saw Coulson, you saw him. But this doesn't go wide until we know what the hell he is.
I'm glad that he trusts her with that. It's a sensitive situation, to be fair.
I should revisit the file on those life model decoys, which really shouldn't be a thing, by the way.
Yes, thank you. Oh, God.
Could this guy be an LMD?
Well, there's already been one.
I'm having more flashbacks to that story arc. Fucking good, but my God, it broke me.
But I would need to talk to the idiot who designed them.
That might be hard.
Understatement of the fucking century. Can't believe the beard's gone. I feel really, very overly protective of him now, even more so because the beard's gone. So it just reminds me of season 1 Fitz, and he was wholesome cinnamon roll. Oh, hello. Oh. So he's like undercover? Oh, I've missed him so much. Okay, so that's what that was.
Give these two a better view of the stars.
Oh, you're not very nice.
All right. He also increased the efficiency of the CO2 scrubbers by 30%, which has the added benefit of making the Xandarian snails more fertile. Yeah.
Oh.
And Enoch here.
Nice to have breathable air again.
Can we give Fitz one happy episode? Just one.
Is there any interference? Straight shot.
I mean,
Plenty of
he's earned
leeway.
it.
Your past life or whatever?
One day you're gonna tell us about it.
Don't hold your breath.
Hey!
What's his past life?
This area's restricted. You must not have known we were coming. We're almost done.
This guy reminds me a lot of Billy from Stranger Things, but with like a proper grown-out beard.
You might want to spend some time with Keller, talking through this. He recommended Fox for this job.
Aww.
I think he'll be going to someone else for comfort.
Oh shit. Oh.
I'm here if you need me.
We'll be okay.
But you don't have to get there alone.
And yesterday when you said...
That was yesterday.
All my troubles seem so far
There's been a
away.
sighting. I was there. Until the very end. He's gone. You have no right to question that.
Oh shit.
Find me a way to kill that thing out there pretending to be him. And if that's too hard, you know your way back to the bar.
That sounds
Fuck.
necessary about now. And good luck sorting out this
Yeah.
evidence alone.
Oh, that must have been awful to actually watch him die. Be there with him.
What you have left is a 100% match for Philip J. Coulson.
What the? How?
I'm confident we will find a way to return you to cryostasis. According to the series,
Good.
are needed in the future to prevent an extinction level event.
Oh, but that's all sorted.
Hi, Gemma. Okay, we're done.
Oh god. They're gonna reunite in like episode 13, aren't they? Of season fucking 7. The trouble is, Fitz doesn't know that Coulson's dead, he doesn't know he got married, he doesn't know who the fuck Deke is. It's a mess.
It's wasteful for me to pay employees when I have two harder working slaves.
Oh no.
So I thought, why not let the dead weight go?
You're relieving the engineering crew of their duty. I don't think that's what he's talking about.
Killed them.
They'll be getting off before we land.
Yeah.
Glad
Fuck.
that airlock's working again. You could shut your mouth and be thankful I let you live.
You shut your mouth. He's trying to save people, you dick.
And who was he to me?
Fucking everything. He's mastered the art of taking off glasses, hasn't he, this man?
Can I help you find something?
People fantasize about doing something heroic in times like these, but I'd save your own skin. My crew's about to incapacitate these
You
guys.
said that to the guy earlier. Oh! Oh, something heroic.
Don't worry.
No.
You'll be a beautiful butterfly.
They don't all become
You're
butterflies.
insane.
Sweetheart.
I like that we kind of have like a back to
There was
basics
something
kind
worth
of
defending.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. plot line with like this going on.
Just
If you take away the whole
another person in the way.
it being Coulson thing. But we also have like the space storyline alongside it. I think that's
How's
pretty
Keller
cool.
holding up? Be careful with Keller. That's how things get messy.
Seriously? You're the one that told me to go for it, just like yesterday.
Yeah, but that was before I started hunting someone with Coulson's face.
Good point. That's the coolest fucking thing. Oh my god, I want one. I want 10. Amazing.
Well, what are you all waiting for?
It's bad that I kind of like these guys.
Okay, cool. Well, I've never been able to look Gemma in the eye again, so if we take
Aw.
action,
Brooklyn Nine reference though. I'm okay with that.
see how we can achieve.
Crystals? We have some quartz or topaz in the bottom drawer.
Okay.
Find Finally, thank you.
Keep looking.
I mean,
Stock up
an extra
while we
like
can.
2 seconds of
Here.
searching, they'd have found that.
Let's see whether this one's a winner or not.
Everything she does is badass. Aha!
You might not need Deb.
Oh shit.
Believe me.
Weird flex, but okay.
Is this about being a hero? It's about women being able to look her in the eye again.
Oh god.
Are you sure?
Obviously it's still so recent for him, everything with Ada and shit.
Replaceable.
Oh fuck. Oh, that really got me.
She'll have to replace you.
I feel like there's a plan here. Because Enoch will be able to survive something if they've got a plan. I think it's going to suck all them out instead, doesn't he? Yeah. Clever. Well, bye, bitch.
Come on,
Fitz and Enoch Bro TP is everything.
The snails may not have fared so well. Vero could not be reasoned with. You were right in preparing for the most violent outcome.
It wasn't so hard to predict. There's a part of me that knows how uncompromising hateful men can be.
Fuck. He's still going through a lot of shit. He still needs like help mentally because we don't want the Doctor coming out to play again.
Get this thing powered up.
Oh, she's gonna kick some serious ass. Who needs Clegane Bowl when we have this? Oh, nice.
Seriously? I leave for 3 minutes and the plan goes all to hell?
Coulson?
Oh, fuck. Well, that's cheating.
I lost.
I mean, you kicked their asses. They cheated.
That word. Coulson. What does that mean?
I don't know. But it rings a bell.
How? Fuck.
Wherever these people came from, I think they destroyed it.
Oh, that's good. Can I have a sip?
It will be challenging to conceal that we have murdered the controller. The crew
Yeah, the feel.
will be labeled mutineers.
Where did we take them?
They could easily find employment on the planet of Coulson. We should have just enough fuel to
Oh,
reach
that's
it
in the
if we
title of the
can
next
close
episode.
down.
Oh, I love that he's thinking of them.
But what about your plan to go back into cryosleep and join Fitzsimmons in the future?
Don't need to now. Find out. Reunite.
I've got time.
Get married again. Do you? That's Gemma.
Simmons, what did you just do? He's here. I can feel it.
It's the ring. Oh, he just left. Can't believe this has happened. Okay, great episode. Loved it. As always with this show. The teasing of the Fitzsimmons reunion is going to drive me insane, and I just don't know when to expect it, and it's just madness. It could happen in the next one, but I feel like they're just going to drag it out all the more. I hope it's not going to take the whole season, though, because, ugh. But it's going to be, like, the best fucking moment of my life when they actually reunite. But then there's going to be angst, because Fitz can be like, what? I married you? What? I died? What? We have a grandson? What? And it's just going to be a whole thing. I'm scared he's going to have, like, an inferiority complex, because I'm not the man that you married, quite literally, but also not true, and I don't know, there's going to be angst, and, ooh. I love it, but I also hate it, because I want one season of them being happy. I hope season 7 is just them going on holiday, and, you know, their biggest threat is, like, sunburn on a beach or something. You know, just give them a break, please. For my mental health, please. But yeah, I love this episode. I thought it was so good. What do I start with? Well, I'll just start quickly with the end, because we only briefly saw Gemma and Daisy in this episode. I missed them throughout the whole episode, actually. No Deke again, but apparently he may not be in it until episode 4, which makes me sad, because I miss my lemon child. I don't know if he's eating well, I don't know if he's getting enough sleep, I don't know if he's drinking water, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing him again. But I did miss Gemma and Daisy in this episode, but there was a lot going on, but it was nice to see them pop up at the end, just to frustrate me all the more, because Fitz had just left and then she turned up, because of course that would happen. And she was wearing the ring. Man. But yeah, very excited to see what's going to happen with that in the next episode, because it seems like they're going to both be in like this similar sort of place, so they're going to keep doing this teasing thing, they just miss each other. Are their storylines going to go separate ways again? I don't know. I don't know if it was just a tease or they are getting quite close to reuniting. It should be interesting to find out. Then I like that they took some time to kind of explore the aftermath of Fox's death in the last episode with like Keller and stuff. I actually really liked Keller in this episode. I thought it was really nice. And I thought the scene with him and Yo-Yo were quite sweet. Obviously, I will always be rooting for Yo-Yo and Mac to get back together, but I'm not against Keller and Yo-Yo. They're fine, you know. I like that she was like offering to be there for him and stuff, and he just seemed like a genuinely nice guy, so that's okay. So I like the scene between those two, and I'd be interested in seeing where they take the whole kind of relationship with them. I feel like it could have a lot of ups and downs, considering the vast difference in May's advice over that relationship in episode 1 and episode 2. So we'll have to wait and see. But I also did really like the focus on Mac and May and Mac and May. Is there a film called Mac and Me? I think there is. I think it's the one that Paul Rudd always made a meme out of. I think that was Mac and Me, something like that. It just reminded me of that. My mind, I don't know how it works. But I like, there's a lot of scenes between Mac and May again in this episode, and I really like that kind of partnership that they explored a lot in the last episode and a bit last season as well. I think it works really, really well. So I like that they're getting more interactions with them and continuing to explore the respect that they have for each other. I love that so much. And May was a fucking badass in this episode. Loved all her fight scenes. That was really cool. And how she's just getting on with it, despite the fact that they're chasing after this guy who doesn't seem to be particularly nice. And yet he has Coulson's face. And I like the whole mystery of that as well. Because there was like some differences and some similarities, obviously. And the fact that he looks the same is probably the biggest similarity. But Coulson rings a bell for him. They were talking about a past life that Sarge had. But then he also picked a different kind of glasses to wear, and he's a bit of an arsehole. So I'm very interested in where they're going with this character, because I really just don't know. I'm sure Clark Gregg's having the time of his life, getting to play like an absolute bastard. But he really sells it, and I really like where they're going with that whole mystery. I'm looking forward to answers about it. But yeah, loved Mac continuing to be the director. I like that he clearly is kind of bothered, I think, by Keller and Yo-Yo, but he's just getting on with it because it's part of the job. In the same way May is just getting past the whole thing with Coulson, just getting on with the job, I think. Shows a lot of strength between those two. So I liked that a lot. Benson, I want to mention him again, because now Fox is gone. Rest in peace, Fox. Have to pay respects. Is that just a joke that they called him Fox and killed him off? Because this show has made a few Fox News jokes in the past, so I don't know if that's just a running joke, I don't know. But that's kind of sad that he really is dead and gone. But yeah, Benson, he's my favourite of the new guys. I like his wisecracks and stuff like that, and his relationship with Mac and May, I think, work really, really well. I'm excited to see a bit more of him, because I think he could be a very interesting kind of character to have, and I like that they have like a new perspective on things. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does throughout the whole season, because I really, really liked him in this episode, and I did in the premiere as well. So very excited about that. And I also loved a lot of the focus on Sarge and his crew, getting to know them all a bit better, getting to understand the dynamics between them all, more of a sense between all the individual kind of characters going on. And I like that there's some funny moments with them, some lightheartedness to them, even though they're kind of the villains that we need to root against in this situation. And as an audience, because this guy's like having Coulson's face, and we've spent, like, you know, if you've watched like Iron Man onwards, you spent 11 years kind of recognising Coulson's face as like the face of good and all that is pure and holy in the world. And suddenly this face is standing for something different. So us as an audience are kind of reacting to that in the same way that the characters in this are. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really starting to like that kind of motley crew of evil people, and seeing what their big schemes and plans are going to be will be really interesting. But I'm really liking the dynamics between all those different crew members. They all feel very different. And I think the chemistry's there between them as a group. I think it works really, really well. And it's cool kind of seeing Clark bring something different to the show in terms of this new character, if it's a new character. That whole mystery is very intriguing to me, so I'm looking forward to more of that. But I'm really liking them all as like the villains for this side of the story. You know, the villain with like the whole Fitz storyline was a bit more generic arsehole boss, but that's kind of all he needed to be if he was just going to be in this one episode. It's not like Cassius last season, who I loved last season as a villain. I thought he was great and the actor was awesome. But if Cassius had just been like one note for that first 10 episode arc, it would have been, you know, a bit lackluster, but luckily he wasn't. But this guy's just a one episode villain, it seemed, so I don't really mind that he's a bit one note, because you're not going to have a lot of time to develop that character. But I liked getting some answers about what the fuck's going on with Fitz. He was like undercover on this ship as an engineer. Him and Enoch escaped there. That whole thing was to like change his eye colour so he could blend in as an alien. He got his cover blown a lot quicker than I thought he would, but that's kind of interesting. And I liked his whole kind of goal to save people in this episode, but also in the grand scheme of things he wants to get back to Gemma. Love that, obviously, because I'm all for that. Can't wait for them to make out. That's going to be amazing. But yeah, I like seeing the Fitz and Enoch kind of bro TP be explored, because I think it's just great. I love Enoch so much. Some of his lines, the way the actor just delivers those lines and somehow doesn't laugh every single take, it bewilders me. The same with like Ian DeKoistek having to learn that alien language and speak like that. Some of the actors in this show have had to learn like different languages, and even like foreign languages would be hard enough to learn if if it's not like your native language and stuff, but then alien made up languages, and you have to get like the dictions and dialects right and everything and how you say them. Everyone who's had to do that in this show I just heap praise on, because I just don't know how they do it. It's insane. But yeah, I love the focus on the kind of pairing of Fitz and Enoch. I think the two characters have such a cool dynamic that I love seeing, and I love that Fitz was really standing for the good of the people and saving these people who were kind of turning on him at the start of the episode. I like that journey that he kind of came around to that, and he's kind of putting his sort of plan to find Gemma and the others on hold right now, so he can guarantee that those people aren't going to be punished for crimes, and they can get work and stuff. So classic Fitz with being his best self, living his best life, because obviously he hasn't had that kind of mental break at this point like he did last season in the Devil Complex. And I feel like that's going to be hard for him to find out that he did that when that all comes out. I don't know if Daisy's even going to tell him that happened to her. I have to wait and see. But Fitz still has a lot to process and deal with, because obviously he was talking like he needs to be able to look Gemma in the eye. That's why he's doing all this, for the good of those people and those crew members. Because obviously he still feels like he really betrayed the team, I think, and really let people down with the whole thing with Ada and the LMDs and the framework and stuff. That's still very much plaguing his mind. Hopefully he can get the help he needs this time around. It's like a second chance in that respect. Because the Devil Complex was a fantastic episode, but really tough to sit through, especially someone who really, really loves Fitz. And because that was just really hard and heartbreaking to see him go through that, and the consequences of that were awful. I mean, brilliant TV, but awful nonetheless, and just heart-aching. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to handle Fitz finding out, or maybe choosing not to be told certain aspects of what went down inside the timeline, and finding out that he doesn't need to be put back into, cryosleep, because Gemma and Daisy are there for him. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to reunite, how they're going to deal with this whole situation. It should be very, very interesting. And how Deke's going to be brought back into this whole kind of mess, because we didn't know where he is right now, and I don't think we're going to know even in the next episode, so be exciting. But yeah, I liked the whole Fitz storyline this episode with Enoch, and makes for an interesting setup for the next episode as well. So yeah, loved all of that, and I loved everything about this episode basically. It's not really anything I disliked particularly, aside from like the one note generic evil boss guy, but even then that doesn't bother me, because needs must in this story, that's the story they were telling. He didn't need to be anything more than that, and I think the actor did a good enough job with it. I mean, the character actually reminded me of something. I think it was like the way he was speaking reminded me a bit of Francis from Deadpool and Euron from Game of Thrones. It seemed like a mix of those two. I don't know why. That's just who that guy reminded me of in his performance and that character. But yeah, overall, brilliant episode. Really, really loved it. This season is off to a very fucking strong start. And I can't wait to see where they go with that. The whole thing with Sarge, the Fitzsimmons reunion, bringing Deke back into everything. What Matt's going to do next as director, what May's going to do about the whole fake Coulson situation, how this whole team's going to come back together, because I'm hoping we're going to get to the point where Daisy and Gemma and Fitz and everyone can return to Earth, and join Mac and May and everyone again. So I have to wait and see if that's going to happen at any point, but I'm very, very excited to carry on and see what they're going to do next, because I'm really loving this season so far. I know it's only 2 episodes, but that's still, with a 13 episode season, that's still kind of a big chunk out of the way, so very, very exciting to see what they're going to do with the rest of season 6, but I'm loving it so far, can't wait for more, and yeah, very, very exciting. It did make me feel a bit better. I mean, I still don't feel great right now, I still feel quite sick. I'm definitely having illness coming on, but I think this is definitely a nice little distraction. So thank you, S.H.I.E.L.D, for being constantly great. Yeah. So yeah, love this episode. Can't wait to see where we're going to go next. And until next week's episode, thanks for watching.